Say it's important for students to learn in a fun and engaging way.
A teacher at the Palmyra School District uses Legos in her classroom to enhance student learning. Now she's a Lego Education Ambassador. WGEM's Ryan Hell joins us in the studio with how she plans to implement Legos into the classroom. Ryan, good morning.
Good morning. This is the second year in a row, Nicole Gard, the gifted and talented teacher, was selected as an ambassador. As part of having that title, Gard uses Legos in her lesson plans. She says she utilizes them for everything from math to science, even history, to help students be creative in how they understand the subject. As an ambassador, Gard gets to meet with fellow education ambassadors and people from Lego to swap ideas to find new ways to incorporate Legos into learning. This year, she is finishing their makerspace area in the library, which now allows middle schoolers and other grades to use Legos to enhance their creativity in different ways.
Students can make, they can create, they can promote their own STEAM learning through that. Our makerspace currently has different areas. There's a set crafting area. We have the Lego area.
Gard's room also has 3D printers for kids to print their projects. She wants to work with teachers in her district to help incorporate Legos into learning because many students understand the subject better and Legos increase collaboration among students. We'll hear from one student about how having Legos in the classroom has helped her bolster her creativity and learning. Back to you, Natalie.
Ryan, thank you. Gard says she will meet with other Lego ambassadors soon to discuss ideas that she can incorporate into the classroom.